So it's been a 2 week hiatus. Some things have happened. Ever since the last session here at Tomioka, I had an eye infection, and that was my aiming eye. So apparently I was wiping it, and I kind of tore the LASIK. Like there's a slight scar behind, and I tore it apparently, and then bacteria got in, of course, with sweat and dirt and whatnot. And then once it got better, I decided for some stupid reason to put a fair bit of thread lock into the plunger, because it was loosening itself every time every time after some shooting because of the vibrations. Now what happened was apparently it was too much thread lock, and the thing just seized up, and I tried to remove the thread lock with heat as well as using a vice grip. But ultimately the whole plunger just broke off inside. I'll put a picture up right now. So I was so distraught. I had to drill out the remaining threads, and that took me a week or so to kind of recover. So of course during that time, or rather before that, I actually scored a 251. I'm not sure if I even recorded that. That was at 50 meters. And then after all the debacles, all the drama, my score dropped right back down to 220. And just a few days ago, at Setagaya Park, I managed to pull it back up to about a 230 or so. So those 2 weeks have been kind of crazy with all the drama that's been happening. And I also had to buy a new plunger, and I finally got the arrows to kind of work. Turns out that my 900 spine, the initial ones that I was using at 28 pounds, is also the ones that kind of are the best fit for now. Now it doesn't really matter, because I'm going up to 36 pounds in about a month and a half, or about 2 months from now. So we'll see how that goes when we get there. But for now, I'll be using the 900 spine for the 32 pounds. And we're gonna see what our score is today, and see if we can get back to the 251, 260 range. And of course, the climb up is horrible as ever. I'll see you at the top. Alright, the score for today was 232. Nothing impressive again. It's still pretty far from the 251 that I scored about 2 weeks ago. But I'm getting the hang of it back. And there were a few like single points, like very bad points, twos, ones kind of thing. And I think there are a total of like 6 or 7. I'm gonna put the score up here right now so you can see. And there are a few twos and threes. Now those were clearly bad releases and stuff like that. So and maybe like bad back tension mostly, which leads to the bad release. So if I manage to, or if I try my best to remove the bad twos and threes, I am pretty close to scoring a 250 or more, hopefully getting a pass by July. So I guess my initial hope to pass it by May was honestly ridiculous, because I've only started the 50 meters in like 1 month, and that's like within 4 lessons. So that's really ridiculous, even for anyone who's really talented or whatever. So the more realistic goal would be in July, but I'm gonna try and hit it by the end of this month. So we'll see. But that's just at getting a score of 250 consistently and above, right? And we also want to consider that after July, we're gonna move the poundage up to a 36 pound. I'm not sure if I can even do that yet. Well, it depends on how my body grows with, and how much training I can actually put in, with my work schedule. I took the day off today. It's a Wednesday, so all's good. But it's not like I can do this every other week, right? So we'll see how that goes, and yeah, hopefully my progress just goes out. If you look at the chart, if we look at the chart where I put for myself, I'm about 20 points behind. So we're still got a ways to go, but that's a crazily aggressive chart. We'll see how that goes, and I'll see you next time. If you like this simple video of my growth with archery, don't forget to give a like, subscribe, and yeah, see you next round.